Let's talk about Power Force and what it could have been. So for people who don't know, Power Force is basically was 20 people that were handpicked by Saban's brands, and they were actually going to help promote the brand and promote the TV show and everything. And I guess all was good, but technically, I mean, personally, I'll say it's not the time to do it. You should be doing it when your TV show is pretty good and you correct all the crap that you just did. Technically, I guess Dino Charge was a good attempt. Yeah, I mean, Dino Charge was a good attempt. I guess that makes sense why they did it there. But as of late, Saban Brands actually cut ties with Power Force and it's kind of dead. And at least the good news is that they get Boom Comics, which personally I'm like, man, I wish I was a part of it. Oh yeah, and after 20 people, they got 10 more. And this time it was kind of like what happened with Jason, Trini, and Zach, you know? Well, not really transferring of powers. It's more the fact of they were able to choose people that actually were very suitable candidates. But still, I'm like, man, I wish I could have got Boom Comics every month. I mean, I don't know where the hell I can get a comic. I mean, seriously, it's like if someone actually just decides to be like, hey, let me trade shoes with you, or hey, I'm going to come where you are, most likely you're going to be like, where the fuck can I find it? And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly the same thing. It was like, where the hell can I find comic books? Yeah, comic book store. I'm like, yeah, but not near me. I might have to drive maybe 30 minutes to get to one. And that's kind of bullcrap. It really is. It's kind of bullcrap. So anyways, Power Force, what could have been. Me, I would have said, there's lots of things that's messed up about Power Rangers, period. You know, the toys are kind of not good. Ninja Steel, what the frick? At this point, technically, I would have liked it if, and here's the messed up kicker is that, oh, so you guys just give them the freaking, you just give them a picture of an upcoming episode. That's all you do. It's like, what? It's like, no, what you really need to do is have the whole entire first season shot, in quotations, first season, and then you have those 20 looking at it and give you criticism. It's like, yeah, I know that it's going to derail and everything, but it would be kind of cool if you're able to just maybe episode by episode, or heck, just freaking give them the script. Give them all the script. It's like, yeah, that's what Power Force should have been. Power Force should have actually have been the chance to securely give your freaking TV show something. It's like, yeah, it's suggestions, but the good news is that depending on who you chose, which I think for the most part, some of them are good, they could actually give you criticism of like, oh man, why you're doing this? It's like, oh, kids aren't that stupid. And eventually they'll get to the point of where they're like, okay, well, we shot our freaking first episode. Let's see what the kids like about it. And hopefully, for good gracious, it's like, yeah, kids do it, the teenagers do it, and adults. And hopefully we can turn this crap around where they're like, oh, we're just looking at not teenage boys, sorry. We're just trying to lure in the little boys. That's it. And oh God, that sounds horrible. But still, I'm just saying, instead of being like, oh yeah, we're just going to focus on the audience of the little kids, the little boys, instead they'll be like, oh, let's broaden her horizon. Allow everyone to be welcomed. And it's like, it's still a kid's show, yes. But the good news is that it's kind of like what happened with regular show. That's one to throw in. Ren and Stimpy, that's another one to throw in. It's like, notice that when it comes to those TV shows, oh yeah, Adventure Time, and also another one. But I'm just saying, notice the fact of those are for kids, yes. But notice that they also have some themes that's like, oh, that's teenage right there. And that's adult stuff right there. It's like, wow, you guys are actually allowing a TV show to be just like what it was in the 90s, you know? You allow them to actually have a no holds bar where it's for the kids, yes, but teenagers can watch it and be okay with it. And also adults can without them saying, man, this is stupid. This is the dumbest piece of I ever seen. This is stupid. It's like, that's it. It's like, that's what Power Force could do. Power Force could actually help you figure out things. Help you figure out how to make the TV show better. How to make the toys better. If you're going to be a bastard, just like what you did with the Gold Ranger, they would actually give you a nice little thing of saying, okay, so are you really able to? And sadly, Bruno from MMPR Toys, he did it. Not to say he did it, he's the reason why. No, he asked in one of the videos, are we going to actually keep this type of gold? I think the guy either said yes or he said, we'll see. But the thing is this, it's like, dude, listen, I would prefer that he would have infer with the others, like everyone in Power Force before the whole filming. And you're like, hey, so I have this Gold Ranger and I'm trying to figure out if we can actually have this gold on him or not. So what should I do? It's like, well, be true to us. Be truthful. If you're not able to get that type of gold on the Gold Ranger, then either A, make it a premium order. So it's like, yeah, you can only get that version of it premium, or just don't lie to us. Just allow it to be the messed up gold that we have today. It's like, yeah, or you can give the messed up gold in the freaking stores, but have limited versions of the one that's actually good on your website. It's like, yeah, lots of people will tell you, you need to have a premium Bandai. You need to have a premium Bandai website. And hopefully maybe you guys will understand. And then maybe you could actually get a good idea of saying, okay, well, 20 episodes a year won't cut it, and it's not a good idea. So how about we just make it 20 episodes a year? Yes, but our Power Ranger TV show only is 20 episodes for a season. So next season will be the next Power Rangers, and hopefully they'll understand. It's like, oh, we don't care about the Megazords, or at least hold off on the Megazord. Don't release it. Allow people to actually want it, and then engage how many people actually will buy it from you, and then make that certain amount, and da-da-da-da. Fast forward to action figures, it's like, yeah, we want the action figures. Bring back the freaking Megazord 5-inch line. At least we'll have that for the Megazord, and it's actually movable. Power Force could actually have been something that could have changed them. But sadly, when it comes to Saban's brands, they only just wanted promotion and publicity. But sadly, that came to an end very, very quickly. And I'm like, well, not very quickly, like within 2 years, but still, they did have a good idea, but they didn't actually allow the good idea to actually help correct them. And they're still in this rut. That's the messed up part. It's like they're still in this rut. And they could actually have went to the Power Force instead of going to, well, technically, from someone telling me now, it's like it wasn't the parents who told them to do that crap. It was actually corporate who most likely thought of that horrible scheme of, oh, we're going to make repaints of the Megazords and put this certain Zord in there, so they have to buy that. It's like, yeah, the Power Force would have already told you that was not a smart idea, that you shouldn't have been panicking. You guys added more crap when it came to Dino Charge. We understand that you wanted to make more new Zords, but that's a Zord overload. I mean, we already had like, how many that was released? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 4 that wasn't actually Zord wise. 4 that actually were loose Zords. And then you decided to add 4 more on top of that, and you did repaints, and you did that. You see why the parents were most likely saying, oh, we won't buy those, or, oh, that's not right, or, oh, we want the Megazord and crap. It's like, because you overload them. You decided to do repaints and crap, and you overloaded them. It's like, of course, they'll actually say stuff like that. And that's what Power Force would tell them. It's like, yeah, you should, it's fine this time. This time, there's only at least 4 Zords that actually will be separated. And you're like, oh, well, is there any way how to keep the sounds on it? Is there some way how you can actually make sounds on it? Or, we tried your Morpher is bull crap. Can you do something about the sound? It's like, that is what Power Force could have actually have been. Is where you actually have fans who truly care about the TV show and care about this whole entire franchise, and actually help freaking steer you to the right direction, instead of continuing to, oh my gosh, we're gonna crash, we're on a plane, we're about to crash into damn water, oh my gosh, what the frick are we gonna do? Not to mention the Gold Ranger Morpher, oh my freaking gosh. Nothing's gonna freaking change my mind to Gold Ranger Morpher. Hassan almost did. It's like, so Hassan kind of made it to the point of where it's like almost I could say, oh, the Gold Ranger Morpher is kind of cool. No, it's still horrible. And Power Force, when you came to be like, oh, here's the Gold Ranger Morpher, here, check it out. You think it's also, well, at least the good news is that Bandai America would know, oh, we're going to give this to Power Force. Well, you know what they're going to say, right? Yeah, they're going to say this is horrible. They're going to say this is horrible and doesn't deserve. It's like, yeah, you have Bandai America, who's like, oh, frick, we're so supposed to impress Power Force, so we don't actually get notes and criticisms. Like, yep, that's exactly right. The writers most likely will get better, or at least the writers will say, okay, well, frick this, you guys are asking too much. We're leaving. And it's like, well, bring in new writers. Bring in good writers this time. That's how Power Force should have worked. And that could have actually steered Power Rangers to the right direction. Yeah, they could have ditched them after maybe, I guess, 4 years. But even so, it's like, well, hopefully they'll be able to stay clear and remember everything. And, well, technically what Power Force is doing is just making them listen to the fans. Listen to the fans. It's like, yeah, you're listening to kids, but you need to listen to ones who actually will stay with you to the end. It's like, you don't really want to just have like this certain fan base and that's it. And it's like, well, after they grew out of it, they grew out of it. Frick Power Rangers. It's like, no, you want them to still root for you. You still want them to collect. And given nostalgia purposes, yeah, I get it and understand it. But on the other hand, don't you want nostalgia and all that purposes for all your seasons, not just one? And that's when it's like, yes, Power Force would actually help give you a talking to that you kind of need. Hopefully, maybe someday you'll have the talking to you really need. And who knows, maybe Power Force could actually convince them to get Kamen Rider again. Who knows? Who knows? But sadly,